What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are talking about something very simple but very important, and that is looking back. And I'm not talking about looking back in regret or looking back to relive pain, but I'm looking about looking back to recognize growth. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your future is to honestly acknowledge how far you already come. This isn't about perfection. This is about progress. When you look back over this year or even the past few years, it's easy to focus on what didn't happen, the plans that fell apart, the doors that didn't open when you thought they would, and the version of yourself that you thought you'll be by now. But pause right there, because if you really look, you survived things you once thought would break you. There were moments when you didn't know how you were going to make it through. Times where you felt lost, discouraged, misunderstood, or tired on a soul level, and yet you are here. Still breathing, still becoming. That matters more than what you give yourself credit for. Think about it this way. Who you were at the beginning of this year or in the last 5 years, what were you afraid of then that no longer controls you now? What situations did you beg God, the universe, or life to change that you're no longer stuck in? Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes growth looks like endurance. Sometimes it looks like learning when to walk away. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace instead of proving a point. You didn't just grow in what you gained, you grew in what you released. Let's talk about what you overcame. You overcame self-doubt and that whispered lies about your worth. You overcame moments when giving up felt easier than going on. You overcame versions of yourself that were operating out of fear instead of faith. And maybe you didn't overcome everything all at once. Maybe some battles are still ongoing. But the fact that you're aware now, that you're reflecting, healing, and asking better questions means you're already winning. Awareness is victory. Now, let's acknowledge what you accomplished. Even if the world didn't clap for you, you showed up on days when motivation was gone. You learned lessons you didn't ask for but needed. You became more honest with yourself. You started valuing your time, your energy, and your peace differently. Maybe you didn't hit every goal, but you gained wisdom, and wisdom changes everything. Some accomplishments don't come with trophies, they come with clarity. Here's something that I want you to hear me clearly on. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing. You are just becoming. Life isn't a straight line. It's a series of adjustments. And every version of you that struggled was preparing you for the version of you that's waking up now. As you reflect, ask yourself gently, not critically, what patterns do I want to break moving forward? Which ones held me back? Where did I abandon myself, and how can I show up better for myself next time? What actually brings me peace, not just distractions? These questions aren't meant to shame you, they're meant to free you. Moving forward into this next season of your life, understand this. You don't need to do more. You need to do what matters. You don't need to be louder. You need to be more aligned. And you don't need to rush. You just need to be more present. A better life isn't built overnight. It's built through small intentional choices made consistently. Choosing rest when you're tired, choosing honesty when it's uncomfortable, and choosing yourself even when others don't understand. Let this next chapter be about peace over pressure, progress over perfection, and alignment over approval. Let it be about trusting yourself again, about believing that your past doesn't qualify you, it prepares you. Everything you went through taught you something. Nothing was wasted. Before we close, I want you to do one thing today or tonight. Write down 3 things you're proud of yourself for. Not what you should have done, but what you did do. Then write one intention moving forward, not a master goal, just a direction. Because clarity creates confidence, and confidence creates momentum. If no one told you lately, I'm proud of you. Not because you got everything right, but because you kept going. And that's more than enough. Until next time, keep believing, keep becoming. You're on the right track.